Oh, hey, am I on? My monitor's blank. What happened? Okay, somebody kicked the monitor out. All right, if Valentine Dinner Tuesday on the 14th does not work for you next week, Chestnut Street Inn is giving you 5 nights from which to choose. 5 nights of Valentine dinners. Chef Monika is here with the heart of her dinner, which is the filet. You're not a vegan?
Heck no.
Oh.
I love my meat.
I'm
a carnivore and proud of it.
You loves your meat.
I do.
Well, you're just going to start with a lovely sauce for it, I guess.
Yes, this is a Gorgonzola cream sauce because I don't know of anything better on the planet than cheese.
I agree.
And especially the blue cheeses, the stinkier the better. So Gorgonzola is Italian-style blue cheese. And I'm going to start off here. This is just lots of butter.
Am I in your way?
No, not at all. Okay. The cozier, the better. Caramelized onions, and then to that I'm going to add just a little bit of chopped garlic, lots of chopped garlic. And don't worry, I know it's Valentine's Day and we're adding garlic, but if both of you guys have it, it cancels each other out.
So right?
Bring a little bit of fresh mint later or something. Alrighty, so give that a quick stir here.
Okay.
And now here's the fun part. Got to add some booze to it because that's always fun.
Now that is just kind of, well, very little. Was it like 3 drops?
It's a little bit more than that, but let's just pretend that that was more than that.
Okay.
And a little bit of thickener. I don't want too much, but I do want this to be sort of a velvety, luxurious sauce. So we're basically essentially creating here what they call like a béarnaise sauce. I'm sorry, bechamel sauce. I lied.
Bechamel.
So
okay.
Stir that together, and you'd want to make sure you cook this down a little because there's nothing worse on the planet than the raw taste of flour.
Oh, that's so true.
And then to that, we're going to add just a little bit of heavy cream.
Okay. That's a lovely picture.
Isn't that beautiful? Comes courtesy of PSL.
Well, now and then we replace cartons
with
ceramic pitchers.
So we're going to stir that all together, and then this is quite a significant amount of cheese. This makes a lot of sauce, so obviously, go ahead, give it a sample.
One little piece.
One little piece, quality control.
Gorgonzola.
Good? Alrighty. Now, one thing about the Gorgonzola, make sure you get the one in the chunk and not the pre-crumbled stuff, because that has an anti-caking agent, and that stuff's kind of gross. So we'll stir that in there, and then let this simmer down. So,
all right, let's talk about meat.
Yes, let's talk about meat.
Where's the filet is from what part?
Filet is from this little back portion between where the sirloin is, right here, and the short loin. It would essentially be what's kind of like this part of your back here. And it's the reason it tastes so good is because that muscle doesn't get a lot of exercise. Okay. So it's a very tender. There's not a lot of fiber or connective tissues.
Where do you get your meat?
I actually do 2 things. I like the Amana beef that they have at Hy-Vee because that's really, really nice quality fillets. I also use Wynette Locker, which is near us, and they do all of their own butchering and everything there with really high quality beef. So,
couple minutes. What do you think?
We're going to go ahead and show you how to deal with the filet. This is not a cheap cut of meat, so you want to make sure you do it well. It's about $10 per person per serving. So you want to take your filet and dry it off real well. Drying it off helps it brown properly. And then once we've done that, you want to season it up with just a pinch of kosher salt and pepper if you want to give that a quick stir there. Now, there's a big theory out there that you shouldn't season your meat because the salt dries it out.
Yeah.
That's nonsense in my opinion because if you don't season it now, it's never going to have flavor later. So once we do that on both sides, we're going to put it into a scorching hot pan, and then you want to just sear that off, and it's supposed to make a nice sizzle. Okay, so you want to sear that off so it's nice and brown on both sides, and this is a really thick filet, so I would actually even turn it over onto its side and sear off the sides.
When you cook for a crowd, Monika, how do you ask people how they like their fillets, or do you serve them one way?
I usually do it medium rare. If somebody prefers it more well done than that, we'll take them back and fix it for them. 90% of the time, though, most people are okay with it medium rare. So,
is this your soup?
That is the soup. That is going to be a chestnut and roasted butternut squash soup. We are also going to do a precursor to that with a mushroom pate and a pâte à choux pastry, which are the kind that make eclairs out of.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got some banana and crystallized ginger sorbet. I've got a lovely filet here that I'm going to just...
Sorbet? Oh, it's a little melted. Well,
it's a little melty, but
it's hot out here.
Little soup. So I've got this lovely filet right here that we're going to go ahead and plate up for you. This one I seared up nicely. You see how nice and brown that is? That's what you're looking for there.
Nice, Monika.
And then once this sauce melts off, we go ahead and serve that right over there.
All right. So we'll do that. Are you going to have a Super Bowl party at your house this weekend?
Unfortunately, my husband's Super Bowling it by himself with his bean dip.
Oh. Where? Somewhere. She's sitting on the corner eating bean dip.
He'll be eating his bean dip in front of our big screen TV. So I'm not a big football person. I know that's terrible.
You know, we're probably about half our audience would be that way, I think. But we need to talk about your Valentine dinner.
Yes.
It's going on next week.
Next week, it's going to be 6:30 each night. Friday the 10th, Saturday the 11th, Sunday the 12th, Monday the 13th, and Tuesday the 14th. And then after that, a day of rest.
Oh, you're going to need a lot of rest after that.
I may, just about. But it's fun. I love doing Valentine's weekend.
Your dinners are just superb, and it gives people a chance to try things that they can't imagine they would try.
Absolutely.
In a good way.
Expand their horizons.
Thank you, my dear. All right. Let's see if the weather can warm our hearts. Now, you see this little guy I got right here, Eric? We have dueling quarterbacks, right?
We do.
I've got Brady, you've got Manning.
I've got Manning. This could be my son-in-law someday. Is that weird?
That is very weird to say.